Hello there, lovely crafters. It's Terri here from VeegsTez Creates with my first video as a not too shabby design team member. So I am absolutely thrilled to be part of the not too shabby family, and I absolutely love the products, and I'm just really excited to bring you inspiration. So this month I got the Paper Pad Club. So this month you'll have already seen, probably if you're a not too shabby fan, lots of inspiration from my fellow teamies. So we've got the two pads here. We've got Perfectly Snuggly and Elephant Love, slightly different colour schemes. This one is my favourite colours, funnily enough, sort of aquas, teals and purples, and this one is a bit more muted tones with some purples and sort of neutrally colours in there. And what's wonderful about these paper pads is that, as well as getting beautiful cardstock, and you get 4 sheets of each, you also get pages which are like ephemera. So I mean, that you could either just use that as a basic card front and just stick it on a card, or you can cut out the elephants. I was going to say elements, but elephants is true in this case. You can cut out the elements and use them as ephemera. Apologies about background noise. I've just moved house and it's on a bit of a noisy road, so I'm going to try and remedy that, but bear with me. So my next video, which is coming up in a few days, is going to be looking at this paper pad. So I'll make a number of makes with that. So I'll put that to one side for the moment. But this video is using the cardstock, because I can't really call it a paper pad because it's I don't think it says the GSM on it, but it is more like cardstock. It's shiny, it's got a lovely sheen to it. As you can see, I always keep my offcuts. It's just gorgeous. It's so pretty. And again, you get 4 ephemera pages. I'm trying to see if I actually have any left that are not used. I don't, because I've been using them all, but I've been keeping them. But the ephemera. So we've got this the girl drinking a cuppa, a gorgeous cat, a little sort of cream tea kind of scenario going on. We've got these some beautiful florals and a little cat mug. So here are the 5 projects that I have created. 5 projects with, you know, in a 10-minute video. I don't know what I was thinking to be honest, but I was just really inspired. So I had bought some stamp sets, they'll all be listed in the description box below, and I found stamp sets that I thought would go well with the themes of the 2 paper pads. So this one is very much, I've gone for a sort of relax, refresh, recharge, have some me time kind of a theme generally, but we've got 4 cards and a tag. So without further ado, I am going to launch into the tutorials for each of these. So because it's only a short video, they're going to be speed tutorials, so I'm going to speed them up quite fast, but I'm going to show you how to make all of these, including this gorgeous shaker, which I'm slightly obsessed with. So let's crack on, shall we? Okay, so throughout this speed tutorial, I'm going to give you 5 tips which I think might be handy for you. So as you can see, looking around the screen, I prepare my cards roughly in advance. So that includes things like colouring up the images, thinking about what sentiments I want, fussy cutting the images or the ephemera, and cutting the mats and layers. I find that having a sort of rough plan like this really helps. I am quite flexible though, and if something doesn't look quite right to me as I'm going along, I will change it. Because you need to be happy with your makes. So for example, on the little kitty card that's coming up in a minute, I had originally chosen a white card mat layer to go between the two patterned papers, but when I started to assemble that in the prep phase, it didn't look right to me, so I ended up changing that to fuchsia. A couple of tips for shakers. It's really important, I find, to stick some confetti onto the main panel. And that's just in case sometimes, no matter how many shakers we've made, the shaker elements drop to the bottom. So at least if you've stuck some confetti around, then you'll definitely have confetti at the top and in the middle of your card. And another tip is around the inside of your foam tape, after you've spent ages sticking all your foam tape down, use an anti-static powder tool on the sides there, because that takes away the stickiness, so the confetti doesn't stick to the sides. You will be left with lots of powder on the acetate, but that can easily be removed just using a microfiber cloth. Oh, doesn't that look gorgeous with the the gorgeous shaker element? And another tip is, you'll probably see me, even if I am sticking something down with score tape, red line tape, or adhesive, like a foam adhesive, I always add wet adhesive on top, and that's really to give me some wiggle time, because if you with the other forms of adhesive, you've only really got one shot at putting it in the correct place. And yeah, so that's 5 tips for you. Just making the final card here. I just love these purple chairs. They just go perfectly with the size of the gnomes. And I do love an easel card. So I hope you've enjoyed this little tutorial. Okay, so here we go. We've got 5 completely different projects. We've got a tag. We have a shaker card, just a regular card, but with the shaker element, which I'm just obsessed with. I love this confetti snow bloom. But as I said earlier, all products used will be listed in the description box below and can all be purchased from the Not Too Shabby shop. That's if the paper pads are still in stock. But if you're enjoying the paper pads, and I must admit they are such good quality, it's more virgin on a cardstock, to be honest. It's like they're really high quality. It's like it's shiny, die cuts beautifully, has the ephemera, 4 full sheets of ephemera, and you know, I just highly recommend it. So if you're thinking, oh, I might subscribe, I would just subscribe, because it's not guaranteed that you'll get one if you don't subscribe. So then we've got a regular side opening card here with a little bit of a jaunty angle with this matten layer. Again, I think when you're using a highly patterned cardstock, you do need to break it up with just sort of coordinating colours of cardstock, or white or black cardstock. And and I've done the same here with this little mini slimline, which is I think 3 or 3.5 inches by 6, which I just think is adorable. You know, if you've got a friend who is just like rushing around doing loads, just a little note card to say it's okay to take a break, my friend. And then this adorable card here, which I just love these cards, where you create a stopper and you can stand it up. The name is escaping me right now, but I do make these all the time. And again, this, you know, I think this theme, other than this one, which is You're a Sweetie, which I just loved that punny sentiment, the sort of vibe I've gone for with the this paper pad, which is called Perfectly Snuggly, is just sort of snuggling up, relaxing, refreshing, recharging, having me time, etc. So that's the sort of vibe I've gone for, but you don't have to. As I said, here we've got You're a Sweetie, and you could have put, you know, like this could be like a Valentine's Day card, or you know, anything really. So I hope you've enjoyed my first video for Not Too Shabby. If you have, please use your thumb and give it a like, because that allows YouTube to know that people like the video and they then show it to more people. My next video, using the other paper pad of the month, the Elephant Love, which is my favourite colours. The next video is coming up in a couple of days, and that'll be over on my channel, VeegsTez Create. So again, I'll put the links to my socials in the description box below as well. But any questions that you have at all, just leave them in the comments box and I or another member of the team will get back to you. And I'll see you soon with some more crafty goodness. Bye for now.